Hello and welcome back to the Apex Gauntlet. I am Ross
And
Merriam,
I'm Tandy.
and we are entering our third round of Modern. So far, so good for Jeskai Breach, which is the deck I've been running through the Gauntlet. 2-0 against 5-color Creativity and Azorius Hammer. If you missed those matches, they will be up on the Apex Gaming YouTube channel in the coming days. But right now, we got one last match, and it is against one of the recent breakout decks in Modern because of the printing of Leyline Binding, and that is 4-color Your Rhinos.
So, funny story. Yesterday's 2.5K here at the Apex home store was actually won by 4-color Rhinos, but it wasn't playing Yorion. The white cards were basically just Leyline Binding and Teferi Time Raveler, but the true nature of the teamer deck was felt throughout because you still had Force Negation and you had a lot of those tempo type cards. And so this version I think is going to be a little slower, a little more controlling because we have 80 cards and a lot more interactive pieces. But I think overall, I just love the idea of Leyline Binding in these decks. It's so cool.
Yeah, this is a deck that certainly has the tools to interact with Jeskai Breach. You've got a quick clock, you've got answers to Breach, you've got answers to the cheap creatures, and that makes it a very scary matchup. Rhinos is actually the main reason I have the second copy of Engineered Explosives in my sideboard still. It's such a good way of clearing those tokens away and buying you time to grind through all of the interaction. But this version is a lot better at grinding, so you're less dependent on those Rhinos. If I spend time killing them, you're happy to just play an Omnath, start jamming these hard cast pitch elementals and getting full value out of them while still having things like endurance in hand and force of negation to disrupt the combo. So should be a tough test to see if I can sweep the gauntlet. After this match, we will be taking a bit of a longer break to set up the second gauntlet, where Todd's going to be on this side of the table playing Pioneer with a Tarka Red. So if you're a Pioneer fan, you're going to want to stick around for that. But for now, one more match of Modern.
All right, I'll be on the play because I keep getting whooped.
Jeskai Breach is good.
Yeah,
I've been shouting it from the rooftops.
I know.
Maybe a little too loud with
a
ban announcement coming Monday. Maybe we've been a little too loud.
So just so you know, also if you're just joining us in the chat, we are taking questions and stuff too while we're playing. We have a little thing set up off to the side. My hand is horrible, so I'm going to mulligan. I think. Is it horrible? One land and I'm golden. Maybe I'll keep. All right, I'll keep.
I'm going to keep.
All right, go.
I will sack Flooded Strand for a Steam Vents and play Rocket. You have Dagon in your deck?
Yeah.
You're fair.
It's not fair, he says. It's not fair.
A lot of the
After what you did to me with Underworld Breach the last two matches, Deadgon's not fair.
So I'm at 17. You want to help me out, Todd?
Yeah, sorry. 1-2-2. Your go. Moondub Dick.
Saga.
Yeah.
Counter. Bobble.
Thinking. Ponage!
Grinding Station.
Darn. I was hoping I would screw his turn up because he couldn't play Emery or whatever. Light! Go.
Draw. Well, this turn's going to get a little screwed up because all I have is an Emery.
Woo!
Milk War.
Yeah.
Did not.
And the Bobble's exiled? And he's got nothing? I guess you can find something.
That's the turn.
Right. Come on, deal it! Go. This is the worst day of my life.
Draw. Floated Colorless.
Yeah.
So no value here.
No, but you can get like a Bobble or a Spell Bomb and then get it back with a Marine, draw a card or whatever.
Unfortunately, I need mana, so I gotta get the drum here.
I think I probably... whatever. You know your hand better. You know the deck better. Never mind. I'm going to stop pretending like I know what to do.
Well, you would agree with the drum play when you see the card I'm casting.
No.
Make white.
No. Honey, no, don't.
I will plus. That protects it from a Fury. And pass the turn.
My hand is literally Teferi. Oh, I shouldn't concede. Whatever. All right, this is a 2. I'm going to play it out.
Yeah. You draw on
the field, so we actually have a game left.
You have an answer for my Teferi?
Define answer. funny. I can't cast my own Teferi. That's hilarious. It's hilarious. All right. I'm gonna main phase a Leyline Binding on your Teferi. Yes, Foothills. I can't get blue whites. What land can I
You
get?
gotta get Sacred Foundry or Temple Garden.
I can't get blue. Femur. Oh, I have to get white.
Yeah, you need white, and then you need either red or green to match the fountain.
Yeah. That's embarrassing. All right, here we go.
Wow.
Basic lands. Worst lands in Magic. What am I at? Did you already do me?
Yeah, cool. Got you.
Thank you. I know, Scissors. Who could have seen this coming? Says only 80 card deck where this ever happens.
I will float a white with the drum, sack it to the grinding station.
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't even work.
Yeah, because you can't get it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I just not float any mana?
You just sack it to grinding station instead of keeping a drum around for
Yeah.
mana?
So yeah, don't float it because I can just recast it then. I've got nothing else to do, so
Okay.
might as well just put 3 cards in my graveyard.
All right. Well, we got a game, I guess. I thought I was so dead. I'm still just like not feeling good though.
Emery back the drum, and this untaps, and still didn't hit anything, so I'll pass.
All right, tick down.
Yep.
Oh baby, we drew it. A blue source. All right. Take damage.
16. It's a shardless agent.
I think it's going to be a shardless agent. I wonder if I have an island in here. Or if I should... I don't think I need another color. I think I'm actually going to fairy bounce this.
Gross.
Draw a card. And your turn. Also stop some potential interaction on the next couple turns, which is nice.
Okay, play Emery.
Yep.
Go 4. Still nothing relevant.
Force negation on Bobble is so nuts.
Yeah, make a red and bolt your Teferi.
Down.
Pass the turn.
Alright, I'm gonna get some Rhinos.
Yep.
And I was gonna concede. Look at me. Look at me coming back. This is a good one. I think this is a good top deck. We take draw a card. Fetch land. Bang.
So you go up to 20 down to 19. Yeah, 4 mana. Regardless agent.
Oh, I guess I'll just shuffle and then
Yeah.
do it. Alright. Take a damage. You do me damage and gave me 4. You
Yep.
gotta do it?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm done after that since I can't attack.
Yep.
Just put a ton of pressure on him. No, he doesn't have EE main. He's struggling on mana, so I think bouncing the Emery last turn was right though, because I could have shardless instead.
Oh my god.
That Omnath was kind of gross though.
I'm at 17. You have 2 in hand?
2 in hand. Both gas. This is not in play. Yeah, I do. I think I concede way too early when I'm like playing for nothing, you know? Because I don't know. When the decks operate like under expected, you know? Like it just feels bad to keep playing. But I did keep a loosey goosey. But I kept it because I had Force Negation and Violent Outburst and like the Mishra's Bobble, the way that he like played his second land and the Bobble, I was just like, it's got to be an Emery turn, right? And then ended up just being so nuts. I don't think anything should be banned, Nadu. I think all the formats are pretty good. I think they're going to unban something. I don't know what, though. Maybe Twin, maybe Deathrite, maybe Maybe they hammer something in Legacy. I don't really play Legacy or pay attention to much.
Needed to draw a land ever.
Yeah, are we done?
Had the second Teferi the entire time.
Yeah. Are we done?
We're not done.
Okay.
I have 2 options this turn, and I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to go for.
All right, so he has an Unholy Heat.
That is incorrect.
Thief Zero, the thing about Ren and 6, not only does it like pop off on like some of those smaller creatures and some of the creature decks, but it just lets you hit your land drops every turn, and a lot of the decks have like fetchable lands that are kind of broken. Like the Dwarven Mines are super good in the creativity decks. You can keep doing stuff. I'm just talking
Yeah.
shit. But I think that the trick is that Ren and 6 is just a huge card advantage engine for just 2 mana. Hitting your land drops is so important in so many decks, and it just puts it on easy mode. The fact that it ticks up to 4 means it dodges Bolt. Early on, your opponents probably don't have Delirium for Unholy Heat.
I'm just going to go for it.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'm tapped out, right?
I guess I actually should... because I can't... I could mill first, and then if I brick, live for a turn, but then I have to rip a land. Yeah, it's still better. It gives me more options. So I'll make blue or make red.
Okay.
I will mill myself for 3.
Okay.
Ow.
Is there a Mox or something?
No. I needed to hit a 0.
Oh, okay.
But I have 2 Unholy Eats to live. I can kill Omnath and a Rhino and take 14.
All right, I have an Outburst. That will count. Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't want to show you how to Outburst until you told me what you were trying to do.
Yeah, I had 3 heats in hand, but I had the Breach, and if I mill a 0, but if I wait a turn, I not only do I get a draw step, if that draw step is a land, then I can play the drum twice and get 6 cards off the grinding station. But yeah, that was quite a force of negation.
Yeah.
I just didn't find a 0 through the other half of my deck.
How many people do you think in the world would force negation that?
I mean, I'm not even sure it's correct.
Are you kidding? It easily won me the game.
Well, that doesn't mean it was right.
It means that it could have been right.
Yes, it certainly could have been.
How many people do you think would have thought about it?
None. Yeah, it definitely could have been right. Because I also drew the grind station that turn. So, and I did have Emery. So...
if you had Shredder, you would have Shreddered first.
Yeah.
Right? I'm, not worried about much for a while. If you're stalled on lands, if you're trying to get Emery...
I should have just bobbled on 1, I guess, because then it's more conspicuous. Right?
Maybe.
You're probably not just force negationing a bobble on turn 1 after I Raga them.
No, but if you... Yeah.
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 I'm used to just holding it for Shredder purposes and things like that, but when I have Emery in hand, yeah, I should have played it on turn 1.
Easy clap. All right, well, you get to be on the play finally. It's been a while. I think this is your second game on the play all day?
Something like that.
Maybe third.
It's at least third. So we were 3-2 in the first set.
Oh, yeah, we did play 5 games in the first one. That's true. Alrighty. How's yours, friend?
It's a keep.
All right, me too.
Mesa go.
Draw. I'm going to fetch, say, green-blue. Just spin footfalls. You're at 19, I'm at 17.
Yep, I'm getting a Sacred Foundry.
All right.
What are my thoughts on the Gruul Breach variant compared to Jeskai?
We haven't seen Spike in action yet, right? He played it on stream one day this last week, and is 7-1 in day 1 of the Open, but
I like that it's a better aggressive deck than Jeskai for sure, but it is more graveyard dependent, which I don't like. I think it's much worse against Endurance, for example, because of the DRCs.
Corrupted Mind, this is the Apex Gauntlet. Thank you. Branding. Okay.
I will play an island and play a Ledger Shredder.
Yeah.
And I will play a Mishra's Bauble and Knife.
Mm-hmm.
And I will discard a Mox Amber.
Here you go.
Instep, bobble you. Upkeep draw.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna ice a land.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna ice this. Oh, that's the island.
Then I'll draw from Bauble.
Mm-hmm.
Draw for turn. We'll play an Urza Saga.
Mm-hmm.
We'll play a Grinding Station.
Uh-oh.
We'll attack for 2.
I'm in there.
15.
Way less, actually.
Yeah. You fetch shock twice. 0, 12.
Mm-hmm.
Pass the turn. If I can get this Shredder up to a 3/5, it's quite good at containing some Rhinos. 9.
Taking all the damage. I should get Sacred Foundry. Oh, I can hard cast Fury, maybe.
Go to my turn.
Yeah. I don't think I'll need second green for anything. Fetching in an 80 card deck is like a Rube Goldberg machine. Basically impossible to figure out. I don't think I've drawn a card yet. I'm going to check my hand though to double check.
I'm going to go to 16.
Should be at 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, Daniel? How's it going, buddy?
Okay.
Oh, you're good. Need white borders for all fetchable sources? I agree with that. I actually like altering cards to have white borders. I think that's cool. Actual white border cards used to be a stain on the game because they just meant they were less value because they were reprints or whatever. Nowadays, the white border is just super rare.
Shredder.
Yep.
Emery Connive.
Yep.
I will discard an Emery to the Shredder and mill 4.
Yep. Then.
Yeah.
Version.
I have 3.
Let's draw. Good spot. I'm like really low on life. Kind of afraid of dying just to creatures in the air pretty soon. My hand didn't really shape up too well, considering a lot of stuff I played cycled. This is easy. Yes, this is also. Panel to kill the saga.
Sure. I will get another Steam Vents, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, it actually only costs 1.
I don't think it counts Planeswalkers. Legendary creature.
Okay. Never mind. Alright, I'm done after that. Astrolabe was just a bastard of a card, man. Like, it just allowed 4-color decks to play Blood Moon with, like, no downside. Your fetches all dealt you only 1 damage instead of 3. It was just not okay. People, like, try to compare Abundant Growth to it, but that's just not remotely the same thing. One costs colorless versus green. One's an artifact for stuff like Urza, you know?
Iteration.
Force, I think.
Urza Saga.
The big thing is that it's very hard to use the body of Abundant Growth for anything
Breach,
other.
Trigger Connive.
Yeah, I was trying to. I guess I just ran into it.
Discard a Heat. This is lethal if you don't have any interaction.
I don't. That's fine.
Yeah, I've got Amber and Emery already here, so I can just play Amber, play Emery, and start making blue.
I told myself I was going to save it for the Underworld Breach, but then you just played Expressive Iteration on
Yeah,
that
I've
card,
got
and you had
Iteration
like
and
you have like
Saga.
8 mana or whatever. Like I have to stop it. I think.
Yeah, if I just hit like Teferi off of it, I guess then you definitely have to force that. And
The problem was the Shardless was my only blue card for the Force, and if I just like, I could have Shardless on 3 instead of Teferi. Maybe I should have done that, but I don't want to give you a connive, and I don't know. All right, are we gonna sideboard?
yeah, we'll sideboard and do one more game here. Playing for the sweep. From my side, I see a lot of people think that they want Prismatic Ending because you can 1-for-1 Rhinos with it. I don't think that's nearly good enough, so I don't bring it in. Pierce and Gust are definitely good enough. Teferi obviously great, and Explosives obviously great. I also don't like Shadow Spear. I don't bring in Shadow Spear very often.
It's really mostly just for burn
Yeah.
or whatever.
Jesus, you have Unward Ego too?
I don't know what to board in. I feel like most of my cards are pretty good. I think Omnath is not that great in this matchup. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a real grindy game. I feel like we're just pooping all over each other no matter who wins.
I'm scared of Omnath because I like bringing out my Unholy Eats in this matchup, but
Oh,
you
that's fair.
you can gust it. So I'm usually bringing out most of the answers there. I almost always trim Mox Amber and Grinding Station if I'm bringing in a bunch of cards. So this is a 7 that I would feel pretty comfortable with.
I think the cards I'm most worried about are like early Ragavans, early Emerys.
Actually, probably need
Teferi.
to leave in 1 or 2 heats because sometimes you need to like kill an endurance on the battlefield too. This is tough. There's a lot of stuff going on.
I think Solitude's bad. What do you think? I think I just have enough stuff. Fire Ice and Dead Gone.
I don't like Mystical Dispute. So
these are options.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm
sideboard,
doing yet. Yeah. All my side. I think all my cards could come in
yeah,
theoretically.
I don't like Dispute. I think Unmoored Ego is fine.
I feel like Dispute's good because post board you're just gonna have a bunch of interaction and Teferi, and it stops Emery early. Like I don't have much to do on one.
Dispute is maybe important against Teferi, but it's not good against the rest of my deck.
I mean, that's fair.
Force of Vigor is fine, but in small numbers. Like, I'm not even sure if it's that good when you already have Besages and Leyline Bindings. I actually don't think Force of Vigor is that good.
That's fine.
Maybe 1 is good.
I'm gonna bust you out with it. That's fine. Let's see. I'm gonna do Force, Disputes, and 3 Endurance. I'm not gonna worry about Ego. You can argue to Ego the breaches, but I think Ross can just win a fair game easily enough with Saga and stuff with after sideboard with interaction. So we're gonna have a little bit of Graveyard Aid with Endurance, 4 Mystical Dispute, 4 Vigor, and we're just gonna cut a bunch of our creature removal and Teferi. His deck has very little instant speed interaction, even after sideboard. It's just a couple of Pierce, couple Gust. And Omnath, I think, plays into a game plan from my side that's not really relevant. You want Omnath against like other Omnath decks and like control decks and things that are like killing your stuff. And Ross has some removal, but that's not really his game plan. He's just trying to combo me before I beat him with the death with Rhinos.
I'm gonna see how it feels with no heats. I don't think I'm gonna end up wanting 1. I like having when you can Fair Breach and cast the card multiple times. There's value in having 1 left.
Yeah,
but I like the Aether Spellbomb as a tutorable way to start answering Rhinos.
and pairing with the Emerys. All right. Well, we're shoveling up here for game number 3. We're 1-1, so the winner of this game will take the match. See if Ross can get a sweeper. After we play this round, we're going to take a short break while we eat lunch. But after that, we're going to come right back with the Pioneer Gauntlet, where I'm going to be playing a Tarka Red. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I think the deck is sweet. Red has long and Pioneer been a little short on 1-drops, and the only really good ones have been the Prowess creatures. But with Kamano Faces Kakazan and Phoenix Chick being printed recently, really rounds out that deck. It's actually a deck I streamed with a bit back in 2020. A Bushwhacker, a Tarka Red. So
in the long ago. Way back.
My list had 4 Core Clan Rampager, though. That card's sweet.
All right, we'll be on play. All right, I'll keep.
That was fast.
Well, it's lands and spells.
uh, I guess I'll keep.
Here you go. No turn wants to spin Rhino, finally.
I will get Sacred Foundry and play Ragavan. Pass.
I'm going to fetch Random Triumph. Say Ketria. Because that's the first one I found. My hand is just 4 fetch lines. It really doesn't matter which Triumph you get, right? Not really.
It might. Depends on how you're sequencing your spells.
What if I'm not casting anything ever?
So that would be great.
Yeah, for you. Drop turn. Perhaps aggressive. Kill it.
Bad.
Here you go.
Awkward.
Nice mock chamber, bruh. Go ahead and go to 18. We'll go to Indefense.
I'll play Island Shredder.
Island Shredder. I almost waited because I thought maybe you'd do that and I could just get them both. But like, then you just have some sort of interaction up maybe, and you get a card off the top that might be good.
Yeah.
Can't just let Rock Bond.
Also, I didn't have Shredder in my hand when you Fury.
All right, fair. Okay. Guess we'll regardless. Or let's take 3. I know.
Knife.
Get a green source. I'll have to, I guess. No, I have 2 green already. So wait, I can just get Island, right? I always forget what colors end at the taps for.
I'm going to discard an Urza Saga.
All right, no buff skis. All right, I'm gonna make 2 Rhinos.
Yeah.
After I get my land and flip a bunch and do some stupid stuff.
Yeah. The awkward part about my hand was that I wanted to play a Saga on 2, but I already had the Island hand, so I fetched for Sacred Foundry, so I couldn't play Saga Shredder once I drew it on turn 2. I should have just gotten a Steam Vents. I have another fetch land in hand, so wouldn't even have been a big deal, but I do have a second Saga, so we get to play one now. And then I will play a Grinding Station.
Okay.
And I will play a Ragavan and Connive.
Okay.
I will discard Your World Breach.
Wow. That means he just has a
Pass the turn.
Right? That's all. Draw. Okay, bang.
Now I can trade Shredder for a Rhino here.
What life am I at? Let's see, I went fetch -1, fetch -1, and then fetch -1, so I should be at 17. Did you hit me? I didn't shock. Chat, what's life totals? Y'all know? What have you done? Just fetch shock once?
Yeah, I'm at 17.
Okay.
I think the double block is too risky at this point, so I'll go to 9.
I think I'm at 17.
Um,
Somewhere between. I think I fetched Triumph. I fetched
Triumph and fetch
Triumph,
basics. So
and
of course
I
you're at
fetched
17.
We say of course, but I'm looking at
haven't-
the thing. I just don't know. I'm just checking.
I haven't attacked you.
All right, so you're taking it.
Yeah, I'm a 9.
All right. All right, go.
Duh. Calling turn.
Yeah, a lot of people play Chalice on 0 in the sideboard for decks like
Image with
Rhinos.
Bauble.
Yeah.
And pass the turn.
I don't understand what's happening. Why would you discard Breach? Very curious. All right. Instead, I'll just go on this guy.
Main hand.
Yep.
Sure.
Tap draw, untap draw. How big is the saga gonna be, and what are you gonna get? You ever run double block? Huh? Hmm. Attack.
It's a Rhino.
Write him down.
Block sharps.
Okay.
Go to 5.
Alright, please. Good.
Yep.
Rhinos good.
Yep.
Alright. Here go after 2 more rhinos. Oh, you can just get. Oh, you can't get explosives, right?
Correct.
That's great for me.
I do connive though.
Yeah. Come on.
We'll discard an iteration.
You may go. Doing the thing correctly. First day of my.
End step, I'll bobble myself.
Yep. Are they all at the bottom? Alright, fine.
Crack fetch to 4. Students. 2 in hand.
Yeah.
A force of negation blue card.
What do you think? Well, I guess that is what you think, so might as well let you think that. Maybe it's just mystical dispute.
Go to my turn. Upkeep, draw from bauble.
Yep.
Draw for turn.
Mm-hmm. Bigger saga.
Here's Saga, Float Colorless.
Yep.
Use the colorless floating. Play Underworld Breach.
Okay.
I will play Mishra's Bauble.
Mm-hmm.
That will trigger Connive.
Alright. Get a loot.
I will discard Fairy Timer.
Okay.
ETB trigger on the stack with or the trigger from grinding station on the stack.
Yep.
Kill myself for 3.
Yep.
Untaps.
Mm-hmm.
What could you have?
I don't know, man.
Well, I have a combo right now, so I'll make you do something.
Okay.
Those 3, play bauble. Do it again.
Triggers on stack. Yeah, good.
Yeah. So I've established a loop.
Okay.
I just have to figure out what 3 to exile each time.
Yep.
I will exile. Well, actually, let's stop the loop. Oh, that's awkward.
Okay.
Hmm. Let's do it again.
Okay. Last game, right?
Yeah.
Lunch ain't here yet.
Do it again.
Yep.
Do it
Yep.
again.
Oh, lunch is here. Okay. Keep going, though. Well, I've already made you do it.
I will do it again.
Yep.
Do it again.
Mm-hmm. I think Ross is just doing it because he's curious. Because normally I would just concede at any point,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So just keep going.
Do it again.
Yep.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yep.
Do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, play fast circle.
All right. Trigger on the stack and then endurance you.
So that was it. Okay. Sure.
I mean, I don't know. I couldn't stop it any other time, I don't think. So I was trying to think the whole time if I could stop it any other way.
Okay. Well, yeah. If I had thought more about what Todd could have had, I could have played around this. But instead I didn't, and I guess I lose. Because I cannot play another spell. Yeah. If I was careful, I just assumed Todd had nothing and was joshing me.
Joshing you. What would you have done differently? Just like Emery plus Moxes and stuff to gain mana?
I mean, I would just exile most of my graveyard playing zeros, and so that I would just have fewer cards in my library and after the Ember. And I would still win.
Chat, take this as a lesson of like weird situations where you think you may have won, but you're not sure. Trying to figure out exactly what your opponent has, right? I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do there in this situation. Like, if we're playing in real life, like I'm just gonna say kill me, right?
Yeah.
Just kill me, because like I could have Mystical Dispute to counter the Oracle or something.
Yeah. And I guess I don't know what I was thinking. What I should have done was just cast an Emery at some point and start making mana with Mox Amber, because I'm still gonna have 2 mana afterwards. And
what do you have in hand, if you don't mind?
Just an iteration, or nothing relevant. But I mill over Gust. I mill over Gust and Pierce, so I just fill my graveyard and when I'm floating mana with Mox Amber, I can just Gust and Endurance.
Right. So if all right, so if Ross plays like correctly, I don't think I can win the game there. Yeah. I think that means Endurance isn't good against you. The moment you played Breach, you already had the grinding station in play.
It is the easiest piece of hate to play around.
Yeah.
So what you should be doing with Endurance usually in the matchup is using it aggressively. Playing, either attacking with it or playing defense against Ragavans and things like that. Yeah. Getting Mishra's Bauble to stop Emery loops. Like that. That's what. So Endurance is good. Is still good there.
I really don't. It just felt I had it the whole game, and it just never felt like it was that good. And
well, I mean,
you just play around it. I can't win.
Yeah, but it requires a bit for me to play around, right? I need to have 2 zeros. Well, I need to have 1 in play, 1 in graveyard.
You really just need to have played Emery, and then instead of sacking the Bauble over and over, you just gain a mana and sacrifice the Mox Amber over and over.
But I'm talking at the beginning of the turn.
Sure.
If the zeros are all in the graveyard, or if the grinding station's in the graveyard, Endurance stops the combo. So I actually need to put everything onto the battlefield first to beat Endurance. But this is a matchup. Like I was thinking about Endurance. By the end there, I just thought Todd had nothing and was wasting my time because our lunch wasn't here.
Yeah, why would I do that? Why would I waste time? I'm the easiest guy to concede when I'm dead of all time.
I should have just thought about that.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for the Breach Gauntlet. Any final thoughts on your Breach list, Ross? Anything you'd like to change or talk about?
I mean, you saw the deck is great. It just requires being very careful. So as long as you play carefully and you know how to play around the hate and know how to, transition between the combo game plan. Keep looking over here with the screen, but everybody's watching me over here. Fine. Transition between the fair game plans and the combo game plans in the deck, it's incredibly powerful. So yeah, deck is great. You saw it on display here in every facet. I was able to play control against Hammer. I was able to play beatdown when you had extra hate for the combo, and I was able to combo in key turns, especially that first game against Creativity when you had the Archon.
Yeah.
You put an Archon into play, did your thing. I did my thing. Mine was better.
Yeah, the first game when I was just like, I'll Creativity and Archon you, and then you're just like, okay, I'll kill you. I was like, are we playing the same format? This doesn't seem very good. But we still have a lot of Magic lined up for y'all today. This is not the end of the
This
show.
is the halfway point.
We're at halftime, so Ross and I are going to take a halftime break. We're going to eat some lunch, and when we come back, I'm going to be playing Pioneer, a Tarka Red Gauntlet versus Ross playing a bevy of Stone Cold Killers, and we'll see if a Tarka Red is the real deal or just a flash in the pan. We're going to take a short break, though, so we'll see you when we get back. Don't go anywhere.